My friends, you may not be aware of this, but over the years, my go-to headlamp has been the NiteCore NU32. I reviewed this many years ago. It was an excellent product, and there's many reasons why I continue to use it up until now. NiteCore just released the NU33, which builds upon the NU32 and improves it in just about every single way. A few months ago, I reviewed the NiteCore UT27 headlamp. It was such a bad product that I wasn't sure I was going to review any more NiteCore products. Because of that product, I was this close from being done completely with the company. After reviewing that product, I went back to the NU32 and continued using it. That's until I noticed that NiteCore updated the NU32 with the NU33. I'm glad that I gave NiteCore one more shot because this is an excellent headlamp. And my review begins now. If you purchase the NU33, this is what you're going to receive. The headlamp, the integrated battery, the strap. You get this box, USB-C cable, that's for charging, a warranty card, instruction guide, and a NiteCore sticker. With that out of the way, everyone, let's focus on the headlamp itself and its features. So you have a simple head strap. It's adjustable in the back. With the headlamp itself, fully adjustable, it can tilt down. It cannot tilt upwards. On the front, you have 3 LEDs. You have the on-off switch, mode selector switch over here. Down at the bottom, you have the USB-C charging port. And as you can see, you have a cover that goes over that. The battery is integrated with this headlamp. It cannot be removed. I'll go ahead and turn it on. This is your primary mode. This is your throw mode. This is your flood mode. And this is your auxiliary red mode. Before I go into great detail about the different modes here, let's go over some stats real quick. The max lumens on this headlamp is 700. The max throw is 147 yards. The max spread during the flood is 100 degrees. It features a 2000 milliamp hour battery. As far as the materials go, you're looking at a plastic outer shell with an aluminum frame. When it comes to the dimensions, 2.45 inches wide, 1.4 inches tall, and 1.8 inches wide. So all in all, this is a small headlamp. As far as the weight goes, you're looking at 3.3 ounces. So it's very lightweight. It is IP66 rated, which is light dust, light rain. It cannot be submerged. Now everyone, let's go over the different modes and the performance numbers. All right, folks, let's go ahead and do an illumination test, and let's talk about the different modes here. So to start off, this is medium, and this is 60 lumens. This is high, 200 lumens. Turbo, 700 lumens. And as you can see there, it puts out a lot of light. There's also an SOS mode and a beacon mode. Now let's switch over to the flood. This is low, and this is 50 lumens. Then there's ultra low, and that's 6 lumens. Then we have the red auxiliary, and that is 13 lumens. There's also an auxiliary red flash. When it comes to the run times with the throw mode, turbo, 4 hours, high, 9 hours, medium, 38 hours. When it comes to the flood, low, 47 hours. The ultra low, 147 hours. And now that we've gone over the performance numbers, the cost of this is $50. Now let's talk about some notable features here. With the headband, this is fully reflective. So if you're out running, you can easily be seen at nighttime. It is 15% smaller than the NU32 headlamp. On the side of the headlamp, you have a power level indicator, and each one of these illuminated dots equals 25%. You can push both buttons at the same time to enter lockout mode. Push and hold to unlock. With that being said, everyone, it's time to begin with my review, starting with the pros. So my first pro for this is that there's plenty of modes. You have the throw, you have the flood, you have the red light. The headlamp offers plenty of illumination. The overall light performance of the NU33 is very good. With the throw mode, the output is excellent, and the drop-off of the output doesn't take place until about an hour into the runtime. On turbo and high, both modes offer a good amount of white light, which you can use around camp, hiking, running, and so on. With the flood modes, it's warmer in color, and while the light will be good for stationary tasks, the performance isn't strong enough for hiking and certainly would not be bright enough for running. Very good battery performance, good overall run times. There's good spacing between each of the modes. You have the power level indicator here on the side. Instead of one single blinking LED, this is much better. I love the fact that this has USB-C charging. One cable to rule them all, so to speak. Speaking of charging, this will charge in 1.5 hours, so it's fairly fast charging. The charging port cover is excellent. That is one area with the NU32, it was terrible. For my NU32, the port cover never actually stayed over the port itself. It was pretty awful. As far as comfort goes, I have no issues with wearing this, even for long periods of time. Talking about wearing this for long periods of time, at 3.3 ounces, this is very lightweight. At the same time, it definitely feels solid. Next up, it is very easy to operate. You can easily switch between the modes, you can cycle through the different levels from then on. All in all, very simple to use. And talking about these buttons, they're excellent to use, even with like medium thickness gloves on. Before going any further in this episode, if you've found it helpful so far, hit the thumbs up. It's a great way to support the Outdoor Gear Review. That takes us over to the cons that I have for this headlamp. First off, the battery is not removable. For some people, that will be a deal breaker. But luckily, the overall performance of this is rather good. You have good run times with the different modes. I found that this offers plenty of light for your average multi-day trip. Now, of course, that's going to vary depending on what you're doing, how long you're running this, and so on. Another con that I have for this headlamp is the red auxiliary mode. It is exceptionally bright. Sometimes you want that. But when you're in a small space, you definitely want to tone that down, and you can't. The last con that I have for this is rather important, and it deals with the head strap itself. Anytime that I'm wearing this, it becomes loose. I've noticed over the last couple of weeks while using this, I'm constantly having to take it off and make adjustments because the head strap and the hardware cannot hold the tension. And as far as the pros and cons go, those are it. My summary for this headlamp is this. This is an excellent product. I like this a lot. This really is an improvement over the NU32. The NU33, all of these numbers, man. They need to work on a better system, but the NU33 is a much better performer all in all. It's very comfortable to use, plenty of illumination, good battery life, good weight. It's smaller than the NU32. The port cover actually works. All in all, this is a really good product, and I can easily recommend it. And I can tell you flat out, this is a better headlamp than the UT27 that I was talking about previously. That was one of the worst headlamps that I've ever tested. I was really, really disappointed with that. And like I said before, I was almost done with NiteCore. After that, it was awful. As far as the NiteCore NU33 goes, that is it. That's my review right there. This is an excellent headlamp that I can easily recommend. And now I'm interested to hear from you all. Comment down below. What do you all think about the NU33? What do you like? What do you dislike? Until next time, everyone, take care, be well, strength and honor.